Hello everybody, my name is NashiPair44 and welcome to Third Kind, a sci-fi horror game that has been recently released and has caught my attention. So here we are, and without further ado, let's begin a new game. My name is Miles Wilson. I've been a journalist for the past 15 years, the last 8 working on my own. Everyday news and domestic stories never interested me. That's why I left the newsroom. I focus on disappearances, strange coincidences, stories with more questions than answers. Always chasing something that feels just beyond the surface. And now, I think I finally found what I've been looking for all along. Farmer Thomas Green came to me after his son Jason, a reclusive radio hobbyist, vanished without a trace. Before that, Jason had been acting odd. The animals were spooked, and someone was trespassing at night. One night, Thomas heard a scream. Jason's room was empty, only the window open. The police dismissed it. But soon, plainclothes agents arrived and, with police support, forced Thomas off his own land. That's when he hired me, to find out what really happened. As I neared the farm, I was stunned. The road came to an abrupt end at a tall fence. The entire area, house, fields, outbuildings, had been sealed off like something serious had happened. What's more unsettling is how fast it was done. According to Thomas, he left the place just a few hours ago. I managed to break the lock. I can get inside, but I'll have to leave the car here in case I need to get out fast. And, I won't lie, the sign on the fence gave me a bad feeling. Caution, quarantine area. So here we are. We're breaking in to this quarantine zone. Note added, I have to inspect the farm. Alright. That's not a good sign. An owl. Damn it, I left the flashlight in the car. Oh, now we need to go back. So yes, we can see our notes with tab. There we go. It's in the back. Flashlight. Hold to pick up item. There we go. Let's head into the darkness. Head into the field. We have an owl. Could be an omen. Hello, owl. Oh. It phased through the pole. Perhaps it is an omen. Whoa! What the? There's 2 owls! And there's something else. There's definitely something else in the corn. Oh, another owl. We cannot interact with the owl. There is a note. Mr. Wilson, I've left the power on across the entire farm. However, depending on the time of your arrival, you may need to refuel the generator. The house key is in the box by the right-hand wall. The box? Ah, is this the box? Jason Diary. For a week now, I've been picking up a strange signal, apparently transmitted from some kind of numbers station. At first, I thought it was just a ghost broadcast, something still airing from the Cold War era or even earlier, but now I'm not so sure. The reason for my doubt is that the station regularly changes its frequency and number sequences. I spent a long time trying to understand their meaning, digging through every book I could find on the topic, to no avail. Still, I don't want to give up on such an intriguing discovery. Alright, and there's the key. So that was an important note. House key. We have it. You can use items from your inventory. Try opening your inventory near the door to use the key. Use item. Perfect. Let's close that behind us. So we know something's not quite right here. Farmer's note. Something strange has started happening on the farm. Last night, I thought I saw something massive moving through the corn. In the morning, I found some of the plants ripped out by the roots, others badly trampled or broken. I checked the locks on all the barns. The cows definitely couldn't have gotten out. Speaking of the cows, they've been acting very strangely too. They're barely drinking water, refusing to leave their pens. And last night, it was the opposite. I couldn't get them back in. I had to lock them in the inner yard overnight. So the animals are acting strangely as well. Oh, I don't like open windows at night. Something unsettling about it. Ooh, cassette tape. Live in Barcelona. Side 1. It says 4 on it. The number 4. Can I take it? I can only look.
Nothing to do with this right now.
Oh, we speak. Well, why not take the cassette? Okay, I guess not. Let's head upstairs. Hello? Anybody home? Locked. Oh. Creaky doors. Another note. Farmer's note. Something is seriously wrong. Last night, I woke to a strange crashing noise. It felt like lightning had struck right outside my window, but the blinding light kept pouring through it for nearly a minute, accompanied by a horrible metallic grinding sound. I woke Jason. We grabbed our guns and went outside, but by then everything had gone quiet. I have no idea what it was, but Jason, who's already been acting strangely lately, became even more distant after that. Maybe we should leave for a while. Ever since his mother died, Jason has shut himself off from everyone. He dropped out of college and buried himself in his hobby, but as his father, I can see he's just trying to hide from the loneliness, trying to bury the pain of loss. It breaks my heart to think he spends hours listening to the radio, hoping to hear her voice, some kind of message from beyond. Oh! Start the generator. Okay, just the generator. No need for alarm. Another live in Barcelona. 1. So I'm guessing we can listen to these in order. Possibly. Or let's leave that on. So where's our generator? What? What's happening? Whew. Oh, there's a key here. Probably a good thing I came back for that. That was unsettling. I don't know why we suddenly did that. Inventory. Key. It's not for this door. So I think we'll head downstairs. I don't know why we suddenly had a panic attack. Okay, carefully. Key might be for this door. It is. Oh, we're outside again. Let's close that behind us. Let's go. Heading for the barn. We need to find fuel as well. Well. Game saved. New area. Looks like we'll be able to find some fuel. Whoa! Quite easily. Alright. This game is too scary. For no reason. Here we are at the gas station. Car wash, oil repair. You have a jerry can lying around.
Where is everyone? I need to get out of here.
Cash only. Did we bring our wallet? Yeah, where is everyone? Well, what do you mean, where is everyone? We're in a quarantine zone. Unless we've left the quarantine zone in search of fuel. Ooh, a bathroom. There's an invisible wall. Isn't that great? A note. ARP-62 Introductory Document 1. This document contains general information about the project for new personnel and is an exact copy of a similar document used in 1962 with classified information redacted. The protocol was developed in 1962 as a part of Project Redacted to meet its operational requirements. The purpose of the project is to provide a reliable and secure means of establishing communication channels between universities, defense contractors, and intelligence agencies of various countries, in the context of joint efforts to identify and counter external threats. The project consists of 2 primary components: the protocol itself and its implementation. The protocol was designed by scientists within Project Redacted, while its implementation was commissioned by the Ministry of Defense and carried out jointly with domestic and foreign intelligence services. And there's the key. Where can this go? Oh, we can. We can go in the van. Alright. So that's what the key was for. Now we can drive away. We don't have any fuel for the generator. But there's no people around, so we need to get out of here. So we'll just drive along. Whoa. Better watch where I'm driving. Certain intelligence agencies seem to have come here to respond to this external threat, this extraterrestrial possibility. And the farmer's, Jason, which is the farmer's son, was abducted or has seemingly vanished due to their appearance. They've set up a quarantine zone around where the aliens have appeared. What's concerning is that we don't know what they look like. We don't even know if they're truly here. Oh, we have a lookout tower. Wonder if we can get there. Uh-oh. what the hell? What the... What is that? Can I get out? Well, there's definitely something extraterrestrial happening. How do I get out of here? Whoa! Okay, that's quite the strange camera effect. Let's go. Let's head to that lookout tower. See what's going on. Oh! What the heck? This game's got to stop forcing my camera to do that. I'm just walking along here, trying to get to a tower, and I get jump scared by absolutely nothing. Although it's doing a good job at scaring me. There's a generator down at the bottom. Something tells me we're going to have to come back and restart that. Now we can get a view on the situation. Loonwood Fire Department situation board. So what is the situation? Feed the dog, need milk to do. Here we go, a note. Letter. Hey Mike, man, it's hard to get through to you. Writing letters to the watchtower feels downright strange, but I guess that's what those security protocols are for. I don't expect you'll ever share the details of your summer job, though I have to admit, my curiosity's killing me. Anyway, I did what you asked. I managed to track down Thomas Beckett, and getting the old man to talk wasn't much of a challenge. Honestly though, there wasn't that much useful information. He said he'd never heard of a project called ARP-62, but he did share a fragmented yet fascinating story about how he got fired after an accident involving his assistant, who, according to him, suddenly disappeared during one of their experiments. Beckett told me he hasn't been able to sleep without a hefty dose of whiskey ever since, and that he spent the rest of his life waiting for something terrible to happen. Personally, I think he's just a bit unhinged. Still, he mentioned that all this happened while he was working on some government project, Beacon Void, I think it was called. I'm not sure if it's wise to dig deeper into this. Honestly, it's starting to make me uneasy. I don't know what kind of mess you've gotten yourself into, but please be careful. Here we go, a second letter. ARP-62 Introductory Document 2. A message consists of a series of numbers defining a route, a sequence of relays through which it must pass. The first number represents the sender, and the final number represents the recipient. According to the protocol, since the route is valid only from a specific geographic point, this same sequence of numbers is also used for authentication on the recipient's side. Upon successful authentication, the endpoint performs the required sequence of actions. For example, opening a communication channel through an external system. The protocol defines the following terms. Relay, an intermediate transmitting station. Route, a path through a series of relays, including the caller and the callee. Dial, the process of transmitting a series of numbers. Each station transmits the full sequence, and relays pick up the message once they detect their own number within it. Caller, the initiating side, the first number in the route. Callee, the receiving side, the final number in the route. Authentication, the process of verifying the authenticity of a call, performed on the callee side. Procedure is defined in the classified portion of the protocol. Alright, so it seems these mysterious numbers that Jason was hearing are routes that can be traced with a certain type of radio. So what we need is that certain type of radio, and then that radio will lead us to different transmission stations. At least that's my understanding of it, although that could change once we go further in. Let's head for the gate. We should be able to exit through there. No, we cannot. How can we open this gate? Ah, here it is. A lever. Click. Now it's open. Perfect. Let's head on down and continue our journey. Okay, we're through the gate. That fence is... Let's pay no attention to that. Alright, this should take us to a new area. It does indeed. Game saved. What's that over there? Is that another tower? Looks like it. Can't quite make it out though.
Damn.
Oh, there's two towers.
Looks like an Air Force base.
So it's a
What the hell
base.
did I get myself into?
Yes, I don't think our journalism is worth all this trouble. A helicopter. Flashlight out. So, may we come in? Reporter Miles Wilson was shot while attempting to infiltrate a restricted facility. All materials he obtained that day were classified. Well, we just got shot down. We did ask nicely if we could come in.
What the hell did I get myself into?
Yes, what did we get ourselves into? Let's go, let's run. Okay, we're hiding. Staying stealthy. Okay, that's how we get in. We just have to be stealthy. Oh. Hello, sir. Note. Damn it. I can't get into the facility. I think I lost my keycard during the routine inspection. We found an area with unusually high radiation levels, just past the fuel tanks, near the far perimeter of the base. I might have dropped the card there while we were checking the readings. According to protocol, I can't go back, and I've already taken more than my daily dose while I was there. I hope the pneumatic tube in the guard booth is still working and you're reading this note right now. Otherwise, I'll be stuck here till morning. Well, I'll take this. Take your Geiger counter. Here we go. Alright, so we're looking for a high level area of radiation. Okay, I think we need to head through here. Further into the base. Yep, radiation's increasing. Slowly going up. Yeah, radiation's definitely going up. Back here somewhere.
Must be around here.
Yes, it should be. Said it's around here somewhere. Aha! There it is. Right on the ground. Keycard. Let's get out of here. So now we need to find a place for this keycard. Looks like I need to use this Geiger counter to find the keycard to access the locked sectors. Hope the pneumatic tube in the guard booth is still working and you're reading this note right now. Okay, in the guard booth. So this is the guard booth. Can we go in? We cannot. Go around this way. I think we're making progress. There we go. That looks like a guard booth we can go into. Let's use our newfound keycard and open something. Oh, secret elevator. Keycard. Intruder. Infiltrate the lower levels of the Air Force Base. Alright. Let's... Whoa, that's bright. Well, we're going into this ridiculously bright elevator. Game saved. Oh!
Evacuation in progress.
Evacuation?
Leave the building.
We just got here.
Warning. Evacuation
A note
in
and a key.
progress.
ARP 62 Introductory Document 3. Oh, we've read all the documents.
Evacuation in
Alright,
progress.
that alarm's going to get annoying, but let's read. No specific term is defined for end clients who may act as senders or recipients. They are considered by the protocol only temporarily, during the dial process, when they are designated as caller and callee. The classified section of the protocol regulates the authentication procedure for the calling side, the rules for assigning numbers, and the setup and dismantling of existing relays. These same instructions form the basis for verifying the authenticity of the relays themselves. Implementation. Messages are transmitted via a network of radio stations, relays located around the world. The stations have no standardized form and may range from ordinary civilian transmitters, in which case only part of their capacity is utilized, to specialized or even disguised installations, such as watchtowers or beacons. The protocol does not specify the data transmission format. However, within the framework of Project Redacted, the data transmitted through the network is encoded in numerical form. Interesting. Okay, we have a key, and I'm going insane because of that alarm. Okay, we need to leave the building. We have a key. But what's it for? Perhaps the one door we couldn't unlock. Yes. Here we go. Ooh. 1025. Note found. Found the code. 1025. Oh, that's for the door. Done. Code.
in progress. Leave.
Going deeper into the facility. Oh. Silence. Alright. Let's continue our search. Oh. A flying saucer. Hello? Photography of this area is prohibited. Well, I don't think we have a camera with us. But if we did, I think we'd be taking photos. Safety glasses. Iron ear protection required at all times. Well, we don't have a choice to put them on.
What the hell is that?
It's a flying saucer. Very interesting. Red Hawk. So what is this project? What were they working on here? Can we touch the flying saucer? Oh, we can. Uh-oh. That is bright. What is this? Vanished. To complete the game, patient Amelia Wilson has been admitted to the psychiatric hospital with a diagnosis of acute schizophrenia. She claims to have a brother named Miles Wilson, who supposedly worked as a reporter and went missing without a trace after he went to one of the farms near a small industrial town in the north of the country. After a brief investigation, the authorities found no evidence of any relatives. According to their conclusion, she never had a brother named Miles. Credits. There you have it. That's the ending, I suppose. Interesting. But I don't think that's the whole game. Oh, a note. We didn't see this the first time around. It's a scrap of paper, a torn piece of paper. Most of the text is blacked out, making the content impossible to understand. Okay, subject redacted. So this is the ARP initiative. The team of Redacted was headed by Redacted under directive Redacted. All operatives were redacted in accordance with protocol Redacted at approximately redacted hours. Redacted was reported near Redacted. Agent Redacted confirmed that Redacted, it is something that Command B informed Redacted. Alright, well, seems a team of operatives was sent somewhere, and that was that. So, I believe there's something we can do here. Okay, no added, start the generator. So last time we left out the back door, but now we shall go start the generator. Here we go. Crowbar. Give me that. That should be able to open the lock. There we go. Let's get inside. So from the note that we read before, the cows refused to come back in here. So we need to be careful. Because animals have a sixth sense. An instinctual sense of danger. Uh-oh. Nope. We're leaving. Alright, we're coming back in. What on earth made that noise? Why did it make that noise? Hello? Here's the generator. Turn it on. I need to find some fuel. We know the gas station... Oh, here we go. Yes. Fuel canister. There's still some fuel left in this can. So the fuel was in the tractor. That's what the key was for. There we go. Powering on. Okay, power's back up and running. Let's get out of here. Maybe. Can we look back here? We can. A note. And a key. And a radio. Jason diary. So the final missing piece has been found. Until now, I could only stumble upon the frequency by chance, but now I know it changes every 24 hours at 11:50 PM, and I know the pattern. I've modified my walkie-talkie. It can now detect the current frequency where the numbers are broadcast. Tomorrow night, I'll lock onto the signal and transmit the sequence from my own radio station. I don't know what will happen, and I may be taking a huge risk. Added later. I hope everything works tomorrow. I tested the frequency detector, but it seems it's far from perfect. I had to wander the yard for an hour scanning through frequencies before I finally found the numbers again. Alright. Got a key. Got the walkie-talkie, a modified walkie-talkie, apparently used by Jason to determine the frequency on which the numbers station was broadcasting the numbers. Alright, good thing we checked behind there. We now have a modified radio. Searching. Whoa! Okay. Now we know what the aliens look like. That actually startled me. I did not like that. Okay, so we have to wander the yard. Find the numbers. Some high ground. No, that's not it. Actually, we should have a key now. Yes. We weren't able to get in here before. This is Jason's room. Oh, it's a mess. Jason Diary. I realized I was wrong about the station transmitting different numbers sequences. In fact, every night it broadcasts the same set of 4 digits. All zeros except for one, which corresponds to the current day of the week, from Sunday to Tuesday. As I noted before, the frequency on which the numbers are transmitted changes randomly, which makes it difficult to locate. It took me another 2 weeks to determine each number in the sequence. I recorded them onto 4 numbered tapes and hid them in different places inside the house. Maybe I'm getting paranoid, but I think I've stumbled onto something truly serious. So we're right. That's what the tapes are for. They have a code. Let's grab these tapes. Here's one. Take that. Here it is. Audio tape. Here's 3. Oh, here we go. Final tape.
Nothing to do with this right now. Nothing to do with this right now.
Alright, let's continue searching this signal. Oh. Here we go. We've got the frequency. Now that we have that, we may be able to use the cassettes. Here we go. We can.
5.
Okay, 5. Let's do 2. 5. 9.
7.
597. 5973. Can we now use that in here? Here we go. 5973 2342. So let's do it in order first. 2342. 2342. 5973. Broadcast signal from the farm. We did it. I have to inspect the farm. Alright, we're broadcasting. I don't know who would be receiving though. Yeah, flashlight ready. Inspect the farm, you say? Oh. Yes, we have to inspect the farm. Oh. UFO's right here on the farm. Get inside. Get inside. It's locked. Cows, help us. Maybe we shouldn't have transmitted. Do we approach? Whoa, that's the owl. Oh my. Can we go in there? Can we just... No. What's happening? Oh no. Oh no. Get inside. Get inside. Get inside. Go. Uh-oh. Whew. Okay, we're alive. For now. Can we leave through the back? We can. Go. Get out of here. Alright, what if we let the aliens get us? That's something I want to know. What if they get us? What if they abduct us? Here they come. Here come the aliens. Oh. They came for me. Abducted by aliens on the farm. Wait, what? We got abducted. How come we're here? Okay. got abducted, so that's that. Alright. We did it. And there you have it. That is Third Kind. Now, I checked all of the Steam achievements, and that was it. We managed to get all the achievements, which I believe means we have all the endings. So, thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe to stay up to date with the latest content, and I'll see you all in the next video.